Hello, hello. We are live again, this time for the new Wiscasset Tribal Council. They are in a group behind me and will soon be filing on into the Tribal Council area. So let's watch them as they come on in.
Well. We had some fireworks last time you were here. Cameron, I'm going to start with you. You were the man of the hour last time. You know, this supposed swing vote at the last tribal. Seems, that with the idle play, you build it as a blue versus gray scenario. The idle play, it seems like blue came out on top. Where does that leave you after all said and done?
It leaves me at the bottom, for sure. I tried to make a move last vote and thought it would be a chance to shake things up, and it backfired horrifically. So at this point I've just been apologizing, apology tour, and just saying if you keep me, that's great, I love that, and I'll try hard in challenges, I'll keep good spirits, but I totally get it if you don't want that. So that's kind of where my head's at. I don't have a much more advanced plea than that.
Sure. And are you going to a specific side with that plea? I mean, are you going to blue, or are you going to gray, or is there more of an amorphous group out there that isn't kind of defined by old tribal lines?
I mean, there's some amorphousness, but to say that I am aware of where that is would be a lie. Okay. So I've been chatting with the folks on blue who I betrayed and said sorry, and if you keep me, I'm down to play.
Okay. Kelsey, I mean, you had a big tribal council last time. Alyssa nicely saved you with those votes. I mean, describe just the feeling of seeing your name come up that many times.
Yeah. Well, I find it all too funny that last tribal council you asked me about advantages and idols, and then it did in fact end up impacting me, but at least in the positive, not the negative. Gosh, the feeling of seeing my name. Well, let's just say I had that feeling way before, with the whole idol play potentially before the votes. I knew it was a definite possibility that even if my name wasn't in contention before that they would potentially swap it and switch it to me. So I've had several people from that time period ask me if I was sick, and I felt physically fine, but I think that moment made me sick. And so that moment alone, and then to come back here and eventually read all those Kelseys, it's a hard feeling to describe. It definitely humbles you, and it definitely is just a pit in your stomach, and it took a while for that to go away even after we got back to camp.
Yeah. Alyssa, on the other side, I mean, you playing that idol for Kelsey, big move, got you potentially the numbers in this group here. I mean, are you worried now that, you don't have that anymore? I mean, obviously you used it, but I mean, are you now worried as you go forward that not only is that a target, but your ammo list, for lack of a better word?
So my thoughts last tribal council, I literally sat here while everybody was talking and contemplated myself back and forth. Do I play it? Do I not play it? Do I play it? Because I didn't want to waste an idol if I wasn't actually a target. But I couldn't tell if I was a target. I honestly think if I didn't have an idol or that idol, I would have been a target. I probably would have gone home. But I'm glad that it worked out the way that it did, because I think it really made things interesting.
Yeah.
So.
Kendall, this is the first time that you are eligible to be voted for in this entire game, and it comes off of kind of that shaky tribal. So, Cameron thinks that he's on the bottom. I mean, how were you feeling? Describe the fallout for you after that vote.
Yeah, not great. I can say that. Definitely not a great feeling. No longer having that immunity this time. Definitely after that last tribal, which was kind of just so crazy with all the idol plays and whatnot. So I am definitely feeling really nervous tonight about where the votes are going to go, and I think my name's out there for sure.
Yeah, and so I mean, how are you going about the scrambling? I mean, if you're supposedly on the bottom, I mean, who are you going to? What are you saying? You know, what is your pitch over here?
Yeah, I'm trying to pitch to the Blue Tribe that I'm loyal to them, and that I think I always have been, and I think they should stick with me for that reason.
Okay. Daniel, are people starting to look forward in the game? You know, obviously there's, you know, you're down to 6 in this group. Are you starting to look forward to, you know, another switch or anything like that that can change your strategy? I mean, if I told you right now that you're about to change tribes right after this vote, does that change who you might vote for?
Yeah, no, absolutely. I try personally not to think too far ahead. Like, for me, merge is still too far ahead.
Yeah.
So talking about like the black spot twist, it's still like the risk versus reward. It really doesn't really like play out for me. But in terms of thinking forward, absolutely you have to, especially after a tribe swap, because we've got previous relationships that we don't really know. We've kind of got their story of who they connected with and who they didn't, but there's not really anyone here to fact check that. So we just have to kind of trust them. So absolutely, when I'm talking strategy, especially with like these new members to Blue, I'm asking them what are their plans in the long term. So because they're going to directly impact me if I'm to continue to work with them.
Mm-hmm. And Ryan, so it sounds like Kendall and Cameron both gave kind of their pitches to Blue, who are, you know, according to what they're saying, seemingly in charge. Are you doing the same? And why do you think you know, what is your argument for, hey, you know, keep me over them?
I think it was no secret that my main ally was Jared.
Okay.
So now that my main ally has been gone, it kind of has changed up exactly how I need to move forward in this game. You know, I really have so much skin in it, and that the only person at the time that I can trust is no longer here. So now it's like scrambling back to like day one. Like, is there anyone around me that I can potentially trust, even if it's just in like a voting block? If it's just for this tribal council, or is it for the next 3 tribal councils? I don't know. But right now, like what Dan is saying, the merge is so far away. I can't even think about that right now because I don't even know if I'm safe an hour from now.
Yeah. So are you pitching, you know, that you're kind of a free vote, pick me up, or are you pitching tribe strength that can help in challenges, or what's your pitch?
I'm a free agent.
Yeah.
That's it.
Okay. Everyone feel ready to vote? All right, let's get to it. Kendall, you're up.
All right. And with that, we are headed away. Sorry. We will head away and chat about what we just saw and heard. Whew. Oh, it is supposed to rain out here in the next hour, and we are like really crossing our fingers that it does, because it is a scorcher. Okay, so going back to my usual little shady place, and we will just kind of we will dissect what we just heard. So Cameron very much, at least outwardly, feeling like he is completely on the bottom, and that is probably because there were absolute fireworks at the after the last tribal. The tribe went back to camp, and apparently at first the 3 Blue did not believe Kendall that she voted with them for Jared last round. They thought that it was only a 4-3 vote, and that they were the only 3 that voted for Jared, and that Kelsey, and that Kendall was the one of the 4 that voted for Kelsey, not realizing that Jared did an extra vote on Kelsey, so it was actually 4-4. And so as a result, Blue was furious with Kendall, did not believe her. Daniel was like yelling about it in the camp, and then Kendall went off with Kelsey, who didn't want to give her the time of day at first because she thought that Kendall was just like lying to her. Eventually, Daniel and Kendall had a powwow, and Daniel came to realize that Kendall did in fact vote with them last time and kind of calmed everyone down. Meanwhile, while this is going on, Alyssa and Ryan are pairing off because now they want to vote Kendall out, and it was like a whole big thing. But pretty much I'm told as soon as Blue realized and calmed down and realized that Kendall was with them and realized that Cam, actually, who was supposed to vote with them, actually turned around and voted Kelsey. They pretty much, Cam shut down, and I'm told like wasn't doing a ton. At one point he was like just left in the camp while everyone else was off strategizing by themselves. So Cam is really feeling like he's in the hot seat. He did speak to his indecisiveness last tribal, and potentially that might have come back to bite him. Question in the chat, does Cam still have his extra vote? No. So what ended up happening is that Cam gave his extra vote to Jared. Jared then had 2 extra votes, used one, gave one to Kendall, the thought being that if there was a tie on Jared and someone else, that in the revote, Jared wouldn't be able to vote, but Kendall would be able to vote and vote a blue player out. But that obviously did not happen. Jared went home, Kendall pocketed that extra vote, and as she voted, apparently in the voting booth was saying, Jared, you shouldn't have given your extra vote to the wrong person. So that is pretty fun. Kendall's got a little bit of a sneaky side, which is great. On the flip side, we have Ryan, who was like had chosen the side of, Jared, and they thought Cam and Kendall, and that did not pan out. So there, excuse me, was also, whew, sorry about that. There was also a little bit of discussion about, should it be Ryan or should they split the votes? There was potential talk of a vote split between Cameron and Ryan, but because Kendall's now really nervous. Thank you, Brad. Thank you, Justin. But because Kendall was nervous about Blue because they started out on such shaky ground, they potentially will not be splitting and just maybe voting straight Cameron votes, but I am not sure. So it is always a possibility that they will end up establishing that trust and doing all that. Let's see what else is going on with this tribe. Alyssa still has something, but I can't even remember what it is because we thought that she had the Adam Klein idol clue, but she does not. So she does not have access to the idol around Cam's neck. And she, used Daniel's idol last time, so they don't have an idol. So anyway, we will see what happens. They're acting like it's pretty obvious, but we will see if anything gets shaken up. Sometimes when things are obvious, that's when players feel that they can throw out a vote somewhere else to cause a little bit of chaos. So we shall see if this is as straightforward as everyone is acting like it is. Cam is now off getting the votes, so we are making our way back. And we'll be finding out who's voted out shortly. Cam making his way back into Tribal Council with the votes.
Okay. Anybody has a hidden immunity idol and would like to play one, now would be the time to do so.
That's your necklace.
Alright, I'll get to the votes. First vote, Kendall. Second vote, Cam. Kendall. Cam, that's 2 votes each. Next person voted out of Can You Survive 2022. Cam, that's 4, that's enough. Please bring me a plate.
It's been fun. Appreciate it, Dan.
Cam, we'll try this book.
Thanks, Cam.
All right, so we are following Cam out so that we can get his final thoughts. Cam already seems like he knows the drill from players before him. So, Cam attempting to run away from the camera, spending precious energy that he may or may not have. So we're gonna make our way over here. Let's see, this way?
Yep.
Yep. And we'll try and find you some shade so that you can rest a little bit. We'll make our way down, maybe a patch right over here. This looks good. All right, so you can drop your stuff. We'll go ahead and let the viewers chat with you before you are officially out. So feelings, thoughts, what's going through your mind at this moment right now?
I'm so excited to be able to take a shower. I'm not even hungry right now, but like eating will be nice, but taking a shower will be amazing. It's basically what I said in Tribal. I noticed that blue was really tight. It was confirmed to me. There was almost like a information offload by Dan before I was being voted out. I was like, oh, it's definitely me. He was like, yes, we are very close, the 3 of us. I was like, duh. So when the question is like, why did I still vote for Kelsey? It's because I was like, I knew that their stories were too aligned. It was like literally the same words, like the same order of the words.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. It was fun. I've played games like this before where I was very conservative and very scared a lot of the time, and I was like, let's just have fun. Let's go for it. That idle play really messed up stuff. I wanted to create a little chaos and see if I could squeeze my way into stuff, and it just didn't work out at all.
Yeah, that idle play was very explosive.
Very
Tribal,
clutch.
that is for sure. So you were out here for almost 3 full days. You want to speak to the viewers about your experience across those 3 days?
Yeah, it's been fun. Challenges, fun. Getting to meet people has been fun. I am so shocked that I'm not hungry right now. Turns out if you just drink gallons of water responsibly, then that's not a problem. I think being distracted by the game is a big part of it.
Sure.
So, yeah, I don't know. In a way, I feel very relieved right now. I'm excited to just like chill, and like now I know when I talk to people, it's like no one's like trying to play a game with me. My major regret is that feeling like I blew up Kendall's game. That was not on purpose. And I think that there's a chance that she can bounce back from this. I hope so.
Awesome. Can you share with us a favorite moment that you had out here?
Ooh, the first challenge was amazing. Getting to untie the knots was really great. Setting up camp was really nice because it's like the woods. And so we had to figure it out. We had to set up our tarp. We set up the tarp 3 different ways.
The first way was up and down, and it was confusing us all.
Yeah, we got an official review from the volunteers that our tent was interesting. I think it was I think there was a lot of questions of like, really? Are you sure? But yeah, so that was fun. The endurance challenge.
Yeah.
I lasted so much longer than I ever would have expected.
Yeah.
I didn't get any points for that, which is devastating. But I'm still really proud of myself.
Yeah, as you should be.
Yeah, and it's been really fun.
Good. I'm so glad to hear it. Well, before we go, this is your chance to shout out your charity. Let us know who you were playing for and why you chose them.
I'm playing for the Ali Forney Center. They're a LGBTQ plus youth shelter in New York City. They also do all sorts of things like job preparedness, like healthcare, and more. I think it's great to like give a chance to people who weren't necessarily given a chance by their family, which is like really sad. They do all sorts of great stuff. So yeah, I'm glad that we raised some money for them. I don't know how much I raised. I'll find out eventually.
You sure will. All right, awesome. Well, thank you very much. And actually, I can just go ahead and tell you this now because the viewers have been asking questions too. So you were talking about you at the last moment. We're like, well, unless that's an idol around your neck, Cam.
It is.
It is indeed an idol, but you have to have a very special phrase that you get from a clue to activate it, and you do not have that.
I
so
knew it was. I knew it was.
yeah, so yeah, hearing it here first, viewers are getting reminded. So way to have a little intuition there. It's the
clue? Where's the clue at?
We'll tell you all about it. We're gonna let you maybe eat or drink even though you're not hungry, and we will see you again.
Sounds good. Thank you.
All right. So there you have it, everyone. Another vote out. This one not quite as shocking as the last, but yeah, the game is definitely happening all around us now, and it's been pretty exciting. So we are at this moment setting up the next immunity challenge. We are kind of all hands on deck to put it together. And so we should be back with you guys, I'm gonna guess wildly that in like maybe 20 minutes we'll be back, probably somewhere in the 20 to 30 minute range. So look forward to seeing all of you again, and as always, thank you for the questions and keep them coming.